But then the other part of it is using data in a more pedestrian, but maybe a more impactful way in the industry to drive incremental success for a client. So let me talk about that. If some of my competitors have case studies up where what they'll say basically is, I've given how do I say this nicely? I've taken a look at the way Meta optimizes ads, and I'm going to toss all the ads in and I'll see what works. And the one that works, great, we're going to go with it. I don't love that. And the reason I don't love that is because it's not that I don't follow those practices at our agency, but if I have 5 ads and I let the AI decide what the best one is, and I don't control for variables, I'm not going to be able to see why the best ad worked, and therefore I can't produce more of it. And that
Mm.
sounds obvious. It's like marketing 101. But the way we're leveraging creative is either super creative projects like giant billboards, or again, very pedestrian, in a more pedestrian way, doing really classic A/B split testing and isolating for variables. So one example of that is we have a client, Taste Coffee Roasters. They sell Keurig K cups, but they're compostable. Um, in Meta, you pay by the impression, not the click. So Meta doesn't care if you get 2 clicks or 1 click. You're paying the same either way. And there are a fixed amount of impressions available for a client, right? So if you're and you should stop me if I'm getting too in the weeds here, but if you're doing a remarketing campaign for Taste Coffee Roasters, there is a finite amount of impressions in the market, and it can be defined by something like website visitors over the last 90 days plus your email subscribers. There's going to be some parameters that define how many impressions you're going to get. So how do we get the most clicks for those impressions to the website? Well, we have to isolate for variables, and we have to say, all right, I'm going to start with the best ad in Meta, and now I'm going to find out why it's the best. I'm going to keep everything the same in that best ad, but I'm just going to rotate the call to action. And when I get the call to action right, I'm going to make that the winner that goes on to the next round.